We've got a long list tonight on
Yeah, we do.
on the leaderboard.
Welcome, guys. And to those of you who are just joining, thank you for jumping over after Jenny's mindset call, which is very, very valuable. We're just starting week 8. And if you guys are not on that, I really recommend that you do it. It has been life-changing, very valuable training. And this is our elevation call. Most of you guys know exactly what this call is. Normally, we operate at the 7 o'clock Central Hour, but we've shifted due to this very valuable training that we've done. And really, the elevation call has become a community. It's a community of support, growth, of collaboration. We use it for education and also for accountability. And this is possibly the biggest week upcoming in the history of Zalise, because we're going to be getting a brand new product that is life-changing. And the way that we always start this call is just congratulations and shout out to those people who are busting rear right now, getting people in front of the Globe product, in front of the opportunity. And so I'm going to have Hal recount who do we have on the top 25 leaderboard.
On the leaderboard of all of Zalise, all over the whole world, from Team Unlimited, we actually have 9 of you, nine people, which is like, that's awesome.
That is fantastic.
That's right. And so, and it's kind of interesting. I'm not going to go into detail, but it's very interesting that when you get a leader who starts to lead, and then they begin to work with their team, and then their team begins to work with their team, what happens with the leaderboard? Because you start seeing a duplication of effort, belief, success, growth of your business. And we literally have seen this with the present leaderboard for this week. So today's what, the 10th or 11th?
Today's the 10th.
Okay, of October. So we're still early in the month, but the leaderboard, Hal and Lisa are at 25 out of Arkansas. Then
Rebecca
Pasternak out of Montana.
And that's Lisa Hall's daughter.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely.
Another world traveler. I was like, I know who that is. I follow her on Instagram. Anyway, at 24, and then Carla White in Michigan at number 23. And then Martha Sandlin out of Arkansas, not too far from us. Also out of Arkansas is Mark and Shelley Johnstone at number 17. And then at number 14, a name that's becoming very familiar on the leaderboard is out of California, Mercy Kitabu. So everybody's getting very familiar with that name on the leaderboard.
Woo-hoo,
also
Mercy.
Out of Florida, very familiar with the leaderboard, Melita Crutcher out of Florida. Now a brand new name sponsored by Mercy, who's sponsored by Lisa Hall, who we met today on just a Zoom call, brand new person, pretty much brand new, especially to the leaderboard at number 5 in all of Zalise is Kenya Chestang out of Mobile, Alabama. And beautiful lady we met today, had a great conversation with her. She's a teacher. Welcome, Kenya, to the leaderboard. And everybody now knows who you are in our team anyway. And then number 1 on the leaderboard for pretty much the entire month of October is the upline of this group that we just mentioned here, is Lisa Hall, Dr. Lisa Hall. Many of you know her as Lisa Moore. You see her on the board that way. We're trying to get Zalise to recognize her as Lisa Hall, but nonetheless, Lisa has several people on this leaderboard tonight. So anyway,
so you guys,
congratulations.
This really represents a lot of hard work. And last week we were interviewing Lisa, and she and I have been communicating quite a bit this week. And I said, Lisa, you are in action. And not only are you in action, you have supported your team. She's got 3 people from her team on the leaderboard. Right. And so I want to just bring Lisa Hall on. Lisa, I know you've been on this call before, but I'd love for you just to kind of quickly tell us your Zalise story. I always tell the story that you told me not to recruit you, so you can kind of include that as well. But I think that there's a lot that we can learn from you in just the diligence, the excellence, and really the massive action though that you're in right now. So come on to talk to us, Lisa.
So I'm going to do my best here. I'm losing my voice, believe it or not.
I can't understand why.
Yeah,
I don't know
you're
why.
on the phone with people all the time.
I just think that a lot of the credit of what's going on needs to go to the perfect storm that Stephen Thompson's created for us here. This new product that no one else can even touch, no one else is going to be able to touch because it's patent pending. And, I think most of you know I've been hanging out here for a while. I really didn't get into action until June. And different things are seasons of our life, right? We just have to get when we're ready to go, we're ready to go. When you're ready for the leader's there. But what I really want to talk about is, last Sunday when we were talking, it was all about, what had I done to get on the leaderboard. But what I think is more important is this week, taking leadership and standing out and setting the example. I have 3 other people on my team on the leaderboard, and we're a very small team. You have to understand we're like 3 months out of the board here, and for everybody to jump in and be willing to step out there, that it's more important what's happening with the team than anything. I really think that when you want something in life, if you can see somebody else achieving it, then you can step out there and do that too. And so what I try to do is, I got on the leaderboard, I set the example, because you can't expect other people to do what you're not doing. And then, I just went to every single member of my team and I said, okay, this is what we're going to do, and your team follows you. They really do. And, they show you how to do it too, because it's not all on one side. So we set a goal for each one of us for the month. And we put we're trying to put a person in every single day. That's our goal. Some of our newer people are, coming up and stepping up and getting people in front of us. And, if you don't meet the goal one day, you can do it the next day, right? If you don't get one in this day, you put in that, 2 the next day. And I think you're going to see Mercy moving right up on that leaderboard tomorrow, because she's put 3 in a row here in the last, I don't know, 36 hours. I'm not even sure what day it is right now, to be honest, but it's happening, So I think that, we talked a little bit about, I just did a generic Facebook ad, and that's been really, really effective. I kind of helped my team do that too. I think that most important is being unemotional about everyone that you speak to. Don't get emotionally attached to something. If they don't do it, if they can't see the value of the product at this point, maybe they'll see it later, but you just have to kind of feel a little sorry for them that they won't have a fabulous product like this. And, don't care what package they buy. It doesn't matter. Don't get so hung up on trying to sell one package that you lose the whole sale, because just get them on the product, because once they're on, they're not going to go anywhere. They're just not. And don't sell to them, share, just share your excitement, share why you're so excited about it, why you're so certain it's going to work. And, if they order, great. If they don't, this is go time, you guys. Don't go geeking out on people. Don't talk science. Give them the very basics of what they, Stephen already gave us everything we need to say, and we don't need to say anything else. And just make up your mind to do it. So I want to recognize and invite Mercy on to talk a little bit about a couple more things, about not waiting for your product to arrive. If you're waiting for your product to arrive, you know how slow the mail is. Good grief. And don't prejudge and don't fear. And I want to congratulate Kenya Chastain for stepping out, and she hardly knows me. We've met on the phone twice. She stepped out and let me get on the phone the other night, with a new person for her, and we had a great call. And it's amazing. I've got another new member, Liz has been trying to make appointments and they keep canceling, and we all know how that feels. And we got on the call last night, and Mercy gave her some great words of wisdom. And I think the team just working together. You guys, it's just working together. So just step out there and do it. Hey, Merce, can you talk some more before I lose this voice completely?
Yeah, and I think you really said it, Lisa, what we're doing. The first week of October, I wasn't really doing anything, and Lisa called me and she said, girl, like, what's going on? And I said, I'm waiting for the product. And she said, you're waiting for what? I was like, I'm waiting for the product to come so I can try it and then I can share it. She's like, okay, that's not how we do this. And I was like, well, what do you mean? I need to take the product. Well, then she goes, do you believe in the product? I said, I do. And she said, then you don't need to wait for the product, because if you tell people, if I call my friend, I say, I'm waiting for the product to try it, then they'll tell you, what are they going to tell you? Definitely they tell you try it first and then we'll try it. But if you tell them, this great product and it's amazing and I just wanted to get on it because I believe in it, then I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. and then she told me, she's like, okay, let's put a person a day. And since you missed the first week of October trying to wait for the product, you're gonna have to catch up. And I said, okay, I'm on it. And so I basically just started talking to, and I don't know, like after Lisa said that, it just made sense to me, because before I literally did not talk to one person when I came from the convention, because I really was waiting for the product. I was honestly waiting for the product. I was like, I'm gonna wait for the product, take it, and then talk to people. So anyway, I just started calling people and talking to them about the product, and they asked me like, what this product about. I was like, hold on, let's get on a call with my friend that knows about the product, and I'll just put them through with Lisa, and she'd talk to them and explain to them the product, and they were like, I want it, and I think out of, I don't know how many, since I got on it, I don't know how many people have gotten on the call with Lisa, but only one lady didn't buy. And the next day she said her husband didn't want her to try it, but I don't know if it was true or not. But out of the people we've talked to, she's the only one that didn't want the product. Everyone else was like, I want it, I want it, I want it. So to me, it was such an eye opener, because like I said, I was really, really waiting to try the product. And my message to you is, don't wait for the product, because once you say you're waiting for the product, then people want to wait for the product too, because if you're the one promoting it and you want to wait, they of course they want to wait too. So, and the other thing is, for me, is prejudging that I'm working on, and I will look at someone and I'll say, I don't think they'll buy it. They're pretty skinny, and I don't think they want. And Lisa tells me, well, this product is not for weight loss. Weight loss is one of the benefits. There are many other benefits. So I have a friend of mine that Lisa talked to. She bought some products before, and she's pretty skinny in my opinion. And I told Lisa, I said, I don't think she's gonna buy the product because she doesn't need to lose weight. She said, well, she can benefit from the product for the other thousands of benefits the product brings. And I said, why don't you call her, Lisa? So she called her, and the next day she calls me and she tells me, I spoke to Lisa yesterday, can you come by here? And I want the product. She bought a silver. And I was like, oh, I'll take it, And she's like, let me just buy a silver, because I need, and me and my girlfriend will share. So it's just prejudging. Again, I was prejudging because, in my opinion, I didn't think that they would buy the product because they don't need to lose weight. And she had purchased quite a few of the other CBD products before. So just talking to just anyone that can breathe, and asking them, do you know, I have this product that my company has just come up with. It's amazing. Do you know anyone that can benefit from taking off these COVID pounds? You're really talking to them, because you can see they can use taking off some of the pounds, but you're not directing it to them. And they always will be like, I want to hear it. I honestly have not had one person that has told me they don't want to hear about it. So that's, I have, my next week is booked with Lisa. I have a person every day next week, and I'm working on the week after. So, and I'm booking, I have 2 days where I have 2 people, because anyone I talk to is like, I want to hear about it. I want to hear about it. So, and it's really surprised me, because that wasn't my plan. And that's not how I thought it was going to go. So talk to everyone, don't prejudge. Even though they look skinny to you, and they can benefit from the products for other things. And those were my biggest things, is prejudging and just sitting behind and waiting for the product to come so I can try it first. And I didn't need to do that. Oh, one more thing. I have really overcome my fear of talking to people. I was telling Lisa today, I don't know what's happened. I think it's this Jenny's course, and Lisa pushing me and kicking my behind. But I literally, I will talk to anyone. I call, like, do you want to hear about this product? They're like, yesterday, I'm 3 girlfriends tell me, Mercy, I don't care. I don't want to hear it. I'm like, okay, all right, I'll talk to you later. Like it doesn't bother me anymore. So before that, if someone told me no, I would be so upset, and I wouldn't want to, do it, make the next call. But it doesn't bother me. It doesn't hurt my feelings anymore. I'm not emotionally involved. I've also, I really do believe in the product. So I know I'm not selling anything crappy or promoting anything crappy. We have a very legit company, legit products. And when people get on them, they get on them. Just one more thing before I go, I don't want to take too much time. I had a friend of mine that bought some products, CBD products, and he told me, he's like, I don't think they will help, but I'll buy them anyway because I'm just trying to support you, Mercy. I was like, I'll take it. You can support me. And then his package was delayed, and the company ended up sending him 2 boxes, and they told him to keep. So he ended up with 2 months of product. So it just ran out. He was calling me when I was in my classroom teaching, and he's calling me like emergency. He's like, I need products now. And I was like, I almost asked him, what happened to, they're not going to help you. And so he's like, I really need them. I ran out and I need them right now. Is there any way you can? And I was like, you can order them from the back office. But it was so funny. I called this, I said, can you believe, because Lisa knows the guy. I was like, can you believe he's calling me? It's emergency. Emergency is like, it's an emergency. I need products right now. So you never know. Talk to everyone, talk to anyone. You don't know how you're going to help them. Yeah, that's it.
Mercy, you're so funny. I think I would love a phone call from you because you're such a bright and shining light. And that's very, very good advice. And you're also duplicating yourself in that we got to meet Kenya, who's also a school teacher. And she's just delightful in Alabama. So it's just wonderful to see the results of your courage and consistency and being slapped around by your upline.
Yeah.
I think she's done well with you. So thank you for sharing that with us.
You two are making me sound really bad.
No, we're not. Everybody knows, they're used to it because we kick people's tails around in our own as well. So anyway, but y'all came to Dallas. I mean, you both made a huge, significant time and financial, personal investment in yourselves. But as we always say, when you go to a function like that, you're not just investing in yourself. You're investing in people you haven't even met in your future, that you're going to impact their lives. By faith, you are going and planting yourself in a place where your belief level will grow. And when your belief and relationship levels grow, your vibration rises. And then you go out into the world and make an impact in other people's lives. So both of you did that, as well as many others, but that was a part of this growth, that you were there. And, like we've pointed out, Mercy, we had to prod her to get up on stage because she deserved to be there. And then she got really comfortable up there and ended up there a few times. And so anyway.
Quite proud of you, Mercy.
Yeah, let's keep it going.
And so I'm just, Lisa, I'm proud of you for leading the team. I'm proud of you for working with your group, helping them grow. Having 3 other people from your team on the leaderboard is a really big thing. Mm-hmm. So we're just proud of all of you guys. And we appreciate you sharing all your success tips with us. I also wanted to bring Melita Crutcher, who's in Florida, Orlando area, on the line, because Melita is number 9. So Melita, come on the call here. Just introduce yourself and tell us what you're doing to create volume right now.
Okay, hold on. I had to go somewhere quiet. Well, see, my background is weight loss. So from once this first started, I had pre-planning on email blast in September, the anticipation of something new coming. That was a weight loss kind of, but better health. So as soon as we found out what it was, I started a new email blast. And so I know a lot of people don't open those. So I went ahead and started texting old dieters, and I dug into 10 years back. So they pretty much answered back, and I have a set wording I did, and I sent it to our little Zalise messenger group that I have with Cindy and Ted. And what I said, and they could alter it the way I did. So some of the people that were signed up for Zalise as far as product wholesale, and then some bronzes are coming back with just, the anticipation of glow. And so once they look at the go to glow video and then the science, they'll go, okay, I'm going to think about it. I said, they say, I want it. And I said, well, the next step is, do you want it wholesale or retail? And they're going, let me think about it. And I said, here's another thing you should think about. If you know somebody else that you know is going to lose weight, here's what you're going to do. If you know 4 friends, you're going to do silver, keep one for yourself, and then sell the others back to them so you can recoup your benefits. So I have a lot of people thinking about and doing that. So some of them I'm going for it, but a lot of my wholesale customers that were off the grid, so to say, they stopped their auto ships. As soon as it comes back available, they're going to start back the auto ship. So that's going to be great. That's going to get me up there. I'm excited. So, and then
That's awesome.
The vendor show that I did the first Saturday of October, which was last week, I got a couple of names out of it. So I met somebody on Friday, but also on that, we sold quite a few CBD and the cream. That was less than 3 minutes. The man came back and said his hand felt better. I'd never had that experience, but a lot of those people are waiting for the glow. So I've got their names too. So this is going to be good. Oh, and I'm from Florida. And that's
Awesome.
anything else. But Mercy sounds great. Mercy sounds like, oh my gosh, she's phenomenal.
Isn't she amazing?
I love her.
Melita, thank you so much for sharing. And it's very nice to have a background in weight loss. For sure. And, because Lisa has that same background. I really don't. My background's fitness and health, but that's kind of where this is a mastermind group. And you guys, it doesn't matter what your background is, house business, mine's healthcare. You create a team to find the people that complement your background. And so use this, think about who do you know that might have a weight loss background like Melita, or like Lisa, or a business background like Hal.
Yeah, and I was in a men's retreat this weekend, played golf Friday and Saturday with a group of guys that I go every year. And they all know what I do now, or most of them. The new people didn't. And I got to have some conversations with them. But, I don't have a weight loss background, but between myself and 10 or maybe 11 of the 14 guys that were there, I added up about 600 pounds between us that we all could stand to lose over the next 3 months. So I've got 11 guys who I'm going to challenge and this, again, I have no weight, obviously have no weight loss background. But you're just being open and having fun with it. I'm going to say something else here in a minute about fear and kind of going back to what Jenny's teaching, and kind of how I would suggest maybe a practice for how you deal with that. Got a couple of things I'm going to give in a minute, but point is that we all have people in our world that we can share with, no matter what our background is or our present situation. There are people out there who need what we have. And if we don't believe that, we need to start saying that every day, that there are people in the world who need what I have to offer. And if I don't offer it to them, there's nobody else that's going to offer it to them. Or we could take it the other direction. There's people out there who need what I have. And if I don't offer it to them, then somebody else will before I do. And I would prefer to be the one that gets the chance to share it with them.
And so there's 2 more people that I wanted to recognize, just because that Thelma Champion had an amazing breakthrough, and she didn't know that I was going to make her talk tonight. But Thelma, you have been so consistent with just showing up on every call, every leadership opportunity. She's moved all the way to San Antonio.
Yeah, but she's been working on her mindset for a while. She's been working at it and consistently, and that's part of this too.
And so Thelma, tell us about your breakthrough.
Well, I think for me, I don't know. It's those paradigms that you think, okay, why would I be scared, or why do I care what anybody thinks? But I just going through this mastermind class with the lesbies and, everybody else that's on that training, it really just, I think, made me dig deep into what's holding me back. And so, I did do a call with Hal, and I just kind of talked about some of my fears. And then I thought, okay, I've got to open up to all these patients I see every day, but I work in a franchise and a clinic that's not mine. I manage it. So I just thought, okay, I'm just going to ask. I mean, ask one of the owners. I mean, I have to get past judgment, fear, and what he might say and just go for it. So I did and had a great result. So, you know, it's half of it's made up in our heads. Usually the fear is all in our mind, and we make up stories. And so you might as well make it up good instead of bad, right? So anyway, it was definitely a breakthrough barrier of past that fear. So went well.
Well, thank you for sharing that. We're really proud of you. And it does take a lot of courage. I think it takes courage just to learn how to communicate, to create conversations with people, because so much of the negative programming and the trash that we have in our head. But
Right.
Also, I wanted to just shout out to your upline, Thelma, Stephen, Jenny, Todd. I know they're on the road right now, but I just had a great conversation with Stephen and Jenny. I don't know if you guys saw the picture that we posted of them picking up product all the way from Pensacola, Florida. Stephen, Jenny, are you guys in a position to say hi? Or are you guys focused on the road? They're driving right now. I think they have another hour.
Yeah, I need to focus. We need to focus on the road, Lisa. Thanks for asking, though. Okay.
I'm glad to know you're there, Jenny.
Yeah.
So they spent. Steve, can you hear me?
No, listen. We got earbuds in and hearing aids, and we're the older generation. So I got my ear things in, hooked to the phone, and
we want you to be safe. We'll leave you alone tonight. Just keep listening.
Thank you. That's all. I'm listening. Yeah. I'm listening
tonight. So Steve and Jenny were just sharing with us, they had a professional symposium that Dr. Stephen Todd was the presenter for, and Jenny was quite helpful with exhibiting and before and after, and just working as a team, being able to move a lot of the sleep products there. So you guys, this is really not just about moving products. I mean, that's a great way to start, but there's so many different ways that we can actually move products. And the leaderboard is something that we really focus on because you guys, it's a very great biomarker of just getting your organization to start to move. And so I'm really, really proud of all of you guys that created conversations, but especially those of you who created the volume to actually be recognized in the top 25.
That's right.
Did you want to add to that?
Do you want me to share with you? So I have two things. If you want to, if you're taking notes, I've got a couple of very simple things I want to encourage you to work with. So one of them is, you don't need to do it right now. You can, if you want to, just make it really quick scribble. But I want you to make 20 circles on a piece of paper, just very small little circles or dots, however you do it. It wouldn't take long. 20, because in the next month to 2 months, you can add, these are the 20 people that you're adding to product use with Glow, either a wholesale, bronze, silver, gold, doesn't matter. These are your 20 new people. So as soon as you get your 20 circles drawn, don't have to be in any order, just kind of draw a line and say, okay, that's done. Now what you're looking for, every one of you, is your 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th person. And so as you go out to share and meet with people and call people and add to your list of people that you can share with, now you're looking beyond 20 to add. And that's not a trick. That's just a mindset shift that sometimes we have to put onto paper, something that we can't see with our mind yet. And so you've just done that. If you've done it, if you say, oh, I'm not going to do that, well, okay, that's fine. Okay, don't do it your way, so that's that. But one of the things that I didn't hear on Jenny's call tonight that I felt pretty strongly I wanted to share, but maybe I waited to see if there was a time to do it on Jenny's call and knew that I'd have an opportunity here. So we're dealing right now, for those of you that are going through this mindset work, we're dealing with the fear barrier. And I think a lot of times we are told to take courage or be courageous and break through that wall. But I just have a suggestion just to remind you of something that many of you already know. And I'm going to give you a few things to work with anytime you feel fear. Because as we learned this week, when we feel something, anything we feel, but especially fear, our feelings are an expression, a physical expression of what our thoughts are thinking. Anytime we feel, and when you feel fear about talking to someone or even pursuing or going back and engaging in a plan of expanding your business, if you feel fear, it's because somewhere in your mind you're thinking something that causes that. So here's the simple little thing that I would suggest. Number one, when you feel fear, whatever you believe in bigger than yourself, you can call it God, but just say a really simple prayer and say, thank you that I feel my fear. Thank you that you've made me this way, or that I am this way. And I need help with this. So you're asking, one, you're grateful for the feeling of expression of what's going on in your head. And number two, you're asking for help with the fear. So when you feel it, turn to your higher power, turn to God, reach beyond yourself, within yourself, to the God within you for help. That's the first thing. The second thing, do what Thelma Champion did. Call someone who you know is a little stronger than you. Call someone who has a little more faith in this than you do. Reach out to someone who's stronger. Typically, it's your upline. So number one, reach out to God. Number two, reach out to someone else. It doesn't need to be a long conversation, but do like Thelma did. She just called me and said, hey, I need some help. I've got some fears. I've got an opportunity. We've got some fears about it. So that's the second thing. But the third thing, and this is very powerful, think about someone related or unrelated to your business who you might be able to be of service to, that you might be able to be helpful toward in any way. As a matter of fact, I would even challenge you to make it totally 100% not about Zalise, your business, or anything that you have to offer. When you're trying to go through the fear barrier at any time in your life and fear arises, you can ask God for help, ask another human being for help, and number three, be of love and service to someone else. Those three things together are some of the most powerful tools in all the world of anything you want to do. Why not apply them to this that we're all trying to do together? So if you've got those written down, just keep them handy as tools of action, and it will help many of us break through the wall of terror. But guess what? As soon as we go through that wall of fear and terror,
Freedom.
We have freedom, but there's more to come. There's going to be more to come. There's going to be new goals. There's going to be more to come, but we will have learned some things and how to do that, some principles to apply, some actions to take, and we can break through the next one. But we might have to be reminded, we need to ask God for help. We need to call and ask another human being for help. And number three, be of service to somebody else. Those are principles that I was reminded of this weekend by a bunch of guys, and only three of them didn't need to lose weight. They would fall into what Mercy called the skinny category. The rest of us, we added to our waist this weekend with all the food we ate together. But anyway.
Awesome. Thank you, Hal, for that.
Okay.
And so, guys, we're going to go ahead and stop the recording here. And then if you guys have questions or comments,